Hello there, and welcome back to Tales from the World's Firesides. I'm Clive Gilson, the story guy, and I'm really glad that you've stopped by. Today we're diving into a classic Welsh folk tale called Crows. This one I think is a real gem. It comes from my collection Tales from the Land of Dragons, and I've handpicked, polished and given these old stories a little extra love, so they're ready to be enjoyed all over again. So grab a comfy spot, maybe a cup of tea or something a little stronger, I won't judge, and let's jump into a little bit of magic together. Crows. Now there's an old counting rhyme that goes something like this. One black crow, bad luck for me. Two black crows, good luck for me. Three black crows, a son shall be born in the family. Four black crows, a daughter shall be born in the family. Five black crows shall be a funeral in the family. Six black crows, if they fly head on, a sudden death. Seven black crows with their tails towards you, death within 7 years. Now with that in mind, there was a young man not so very long ago who had been to sea for years. He was married, but had no children. He was one of the most spirited men you ever saw, but he did used to complain about his dreams. He said, "All at once, last Sunday, I was up in the air, and I saw the vessel I was in going at great speed, making for a mountain, and I tried as hard as I could to keep her from the mountain, but I didn't. I don't believe I was asleep at all. I could see it so plainly. I went along in the air looking at 7 black crows all the time. I got dizzy and the vessel seemed to lower towards the earth. In fact, the vessel lowered within a few 100 feet of the earth, and I saw what I thought were fairies. I thought I'd been there for days. In truth, it seemed to me I'd been up there for 3 days, and that I could hear the fairies with mournful sounds drawing a coffin. I watched and saw 7 crows on the coffin. It seemed as if they were going to bury someone. Now, whilst the coffin was going, the 7 crows flew up and bursted, and the heavens were illuminated more strongly than by the sun. Then I lost sight of the fairies, but saw some big giants in white walking about, and there was a big throne with a roof to it, and all at once I was in total darkness, but I could hear things flapping about, flying through the air. Then I saw the moon rising, and all the stars, and all sorts of objects flying through the air, and one came to me and put his hand on my shoulder, saying, "Prepare to meet us tomorrow." After that everything went dark again. Now the first thing I knew next, I was in a ship, steering, and the 7 black crows were in front of me. I had great difficulty in steering the vessel, and as I went on, the vessel struck a steeple and exploded, and I awoke, whereupon I jumped out of bed looking very pale. Now I left him on the beach late that morning after he told me this, and he went home. When he got home, he could see 7 black crows on the house. Other people could see the crows, but could not count them, but he saw them all perched head on. He went into the house and said, "There's something in these crows, Jane. Can you see them on the roof?" She cried out and ran out and looked, but could not see the 7. After that he didn't seem to be himself, though there was nothing the matter with him. A week afterwards, I went out on the Sunday morning after breakfast, and there was a seat on the beach, and on it sat this man, Johnny, and another man. "Why, Johnny, you look very pale," I said. "Do I?" he said. "Yes, indeed you do," I replied. "Well, I don't know. I've just had such dreams." "Well, what will they have been?" I asked. "That I was in a full-rigged ship with all sails set. I was all alone, but could see nothing, only 7 black crows. I counted them, but my wife could see nothing. But she could hear something." That same day, when he went home, he said to his wife, "Oh, Jane, there's something coming over me." And he fell down dead. And that's it for today's tale. This little treasure comes straight from Fairy Tales and Other Stories by Peter Henry Emerson. It was published by David Nutt in London in 1894. Now, bringing these old tales back to life, as you probably know, is one of my favourite things to do, especially for folks who might never have stumbled upon the stories. previously. And stories like these are like little secret doorways to the past, and they connect us across the generations and cultures. There's even a bit of old world magic still in them, I think. Now, if this story sparked your curiosity and you're hungry for more folklore and forgotten tales, you can check out my books. There's a link in the text below the video, and also you can go to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or any decent bookstore and find the books. If you want to dig even deeper into Tales from the World's Firesides, or just learn more about me, Clive Gilson, the story guy, then pop over to clivegilson.com. Before you dash off, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps these stories to reach more people. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I share fresh stories every week, so make sure you don't miss out. There's well over 100 there now, and you'll be joining about 36,000 other people who enjoy the stories. That's it for now, though. So until next time, keep the stories alive and the imagination burning, and take care.